The number you have reached, 911, has been changed to a non-published number.
First, let's introduce everybody to the Bryan Station High School Defenders of Lexington, Kentucky.
We'd like to welcome the 2008 edition of the Bryan Station High School football team to the
And for those of you who didn't know, Bryan Station has gone back to its traditional colors of green and gold. I knew the alumni had been trying to put together the money to buy brand new uniforms for the football team to get rid of that ghastly blue uniform they'd been using. And here's the new football jerseys. The only kind of weird thing about it is this little white stripe across the rump in the back, and I'm not sure what that's all about. But it is a far improvement upon what they used to have. Okay, now let's actually talk about football. Football at Bryan Station right now means this kid right here, Cornett, number 3. He is officially 5'7". If he's 5'7", I'll eat my hat. He was the shortest person on the entire football field, and he ran through everybody. The kid is amazing, and several of the highlights I've got here will be him running, but and I don't know whether this is an ongoing nickname or something they just picked up and started calling him on the night I went to watch football. But they were calling plays, and unfortunately I didn't get any one of them when they did this. They just go, and the Mosquito's got the ball again. The Mosquito. It was hilarious. But this kid, obviously he's too short. He's not going to, make it in a NCAA Division I, or maybe not Division II even, because his height. Hopefully, I'd really like to think this kid had good academics and could go to a school like my college, but I have to see on that. It was a blowout in the end, and my high school has a really good offense, and so enjoy the highlights.
And the catcher Cornett. He's still on his feet. Hand off to number 28. Hand off. Hand off. Hand off to Cornett. He still is. Finally got down after a gain of about 7 yards. Hand off is to Cornett again. And he gets enough for a first down. Station! for a big game. And first down, Station.
And then we get to Center College highlights, which were the next night. The Center College, it's funny, has an old concrete stadium, which is in pretty good shape. But, you know, my high school I graduated from now has turf. If you couldn't see that from the highlights, it's turf. And you're sitting further away, and it's kind of like the opposite of what my college is, which is very strange. At the college, you're sitting close, and the it's a grass field. It's a Division III football. You know, it's a step above high school, but you know there are high school teams out there that could be competitive against a lot of Division III teams. I like to think that Center probably would be a little tougher than that. You know, unfortunately, my highlights here for Center aren't really as good, partially because I was sitting close enough that the camera was actually focusing in on the back of the football players rather than the play that was ongoing. And as well, like an idiot, I forgot, you know, I haven't been to a football game in over a year, that really Center's all about defense, and I started filming offense. There's still some good offensive plays, and I think I caught at least one defensive play in here, but, you know, there was interception, touchback, interception, fumble recovery. I mean, it was going on all night for Center. And, you know, Center ended up blowing the team out. So here's your highlights, folks.
Go get it.
And on Sunday morning, while I was coming back from going to get some breakfast, I stumbled across a Center College field hockey game. Stopped and watched about 10 or 15 minutes of that. Can't say I've ever watched an entire field hockey game. You know, I understand, like all sports, that I'm sure the people who play and who are really into it, it's a wonderful sport. You know, but to me, it looks a lot like, well, mass croquet, you know. Wouldn't say that to a lot of field hockey players because some of those girls were pretty tough. And you know what? They were actually pretty doggone good looking when I was in school. And it looks like that hasn't changed too much either. But here's your highlights that I took from that. And we close out with one of the joys of driving back to my home in the middle of Appalachia, the ubiquitous coal train crossing the road. This one was empty, so it didn't take too long to get through. Enjoy. See you next week.